So top priority today is that I am working on a jacket with tooled leather lapels, and it's a really nice, kind of fancy schmancy look for somebody to have the tooled leather on the lapels. Sometimes we put them on the pockets or on other parts. You can put leather on probably just about anything if you wanted to, but putting it on the lapels. And the way that I get started on that, the customer sent me this lovely jacket, so I am working with that. And all of these, kind of like shoes or jackets, or probably just about anything I guess that you could do, is that they're all slightly different. None of them are exactly the same. So it's not like you can have a one size fits all pattern for all of that. So I am working on getting my pattern together, and the way I do that is with painter's tape, stuff that isn't like super sticky, but that's sticky enough that it can go on here. And so I am putting that on the lapels to get the exact shape and size of what I need. And I've been working on laying this side out already. They actually want it, this is unusual, but they actually want this to go all the way around the collar. So I thought that I might stop it in the middle, lace it together just to give it a little give so that it doesn't feel like they're wearing a neck brace when they're all dressed up. I mean, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't feel like that. It just seems to me like maybe you would. So just get your painter's tape. This is what I do for shoes, like for Converse, whenever I'm trying to get the right shape and size, and do it on these jackets and whatever else. But I'm just gonna line it up here on this jacket, and I'm just going just a tiny bit from the edge there. Let's see. Oh, it won't zoom in. Oh well. Going just a tiny bit away from the edge, and just trying to lay that out. And once I have that laid out and trimmed up the way that I need to, I am going to put it on a piece of paper that I'm going to use to get the shape for my pattern design. And so anyway, I don't know if I do it, the right way or if there's a better way, but this is my way of doing it, and it seems to be something that's worked all right, at least for a few of these. So may have to trim that up a little bit more, but I just try and kind of go and get the right shape and size here. So that's what I'm doing right now. And what I'm gonna do is like take this right here that I've already laid out, and I'll show you how I gotta get the angle just right so that when I cut my leather out according to this pattern, that it all lays the way it's supposed to. So I want to make sure and have that sitting on there. It'll come up because it's not super sticky, but that's okay. You don't want it super sticky because you don't want to get a bunch of goo on the jacket. That'd be kind of gross. So I do that, and then let's see, I need a bigger piece of paper to put it on. I like to use freezer paper for everything because, freezer paper is handy. I keep lots of freezer paper around at all times. So, I'm just going to get me a great big piece of this freezer paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently pull this up. Just like that, so that the angles all stay the way they're supposed to. And I am going to stick it down on the paper. And voila! There is my pattern. I'm going to cut it out, and then I can use what I cut out here to trace onto a blank piece of paper to make the design on. I'll show you that here in a minute.